McGowan's getting a bit of an easy run of things, isn't she? What with Quidditch being cancelled. In my opinion, divination is true.
Did you see Claire's hair today? She tried a colour changing charm on it. Essentially the colour of dragon dung. It's such a bright red. Evidently levitated Professor Ronan's sandwich one.
Hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Revelio.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
That one is true. Not the typical...
That's dreadful. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots...
Are you sure everything is all right?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy.
Thank you, Adelaide.
Of course. And good luck.
Arthur's got you. It's all right.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, he went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way.
Thank you. Nice...
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only... Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Anyway, I better go make sure the first year's caught that cat. Don't...
Have you ever had it?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its...
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Try...
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up!
Revelio.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I always feel quite safe in Hogsmeade.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a...
Can you tell me more?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies. A mastery of defense against the dark. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our student.
You mentioned Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home. You should be able to find all of the schools. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor.
A lot to absorb on your... Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in...
He did, Professor.
My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up...
Exploring ruins? Well... Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've...
Well, perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to...
I wouldn't say I chose the Dragon's Path, Professor. Rather unfortunate.
Very well. Enough. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain...
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your... and invaluable to me.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes, and we'll see if we can't get you.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor...
She caught me off guard. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute... We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may... and she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled... speaking of guides, and so that I may... Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we... Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your...
This will be incredibly helpful.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. I shall reach out when I have more. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may...
Revelio. Revelio.
I wish we didn't have to use a dagger in potions. I'm not the least bit
Revelio.
I don't send many owls to myself. Don't look at me like that.
owls must be. All those letters. I still get lost.
Revelio. Revelio.
Awful when they ask you a question, though, isn't it? Grubby little faces. I'll just die.
Need I remind you?
Easy has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
Broomsticks are going out of style. I wonder why Madame Kagawa didn't become a professional cricket.
Revelio.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully. Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. I know. This can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
How's the view?
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you.
Remember the lesson. Levioso is quite effective in concert with other spells.
Levioso.
All my students with us again. I do enjoy lively duels. Want your opponent to sign your attack or defend yourself? Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, You might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me.
Excellent. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the... You just have to be clever.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that.
Good. Pleasure chatting. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower inn. Till next time.
Revelio.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Revelio.
Professor Hecat is an enigma.
Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752!
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Revelio.
I wish Professor Garlick would teach us more about flesh-eating trees. There seems so little about them. Perhaps one day someone will write a book on them.
Chinese chomping cabbages terrify me. Something about a leafy vegetable with teeth seems extremely unnatural.
Almost fainted trying to harvest a puffer pod the other day. Those spores certainly make you dizzy.
Don't you find it chilly in greenhouses? It always surprises me how cool it is.
I can't memorize 10 magical herbs, let alone 1,000 magical herbs and fungi. Where would you even use them all? It's absurd.
They say her body...
behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. That's it! Very good! Not to worry. Splendid! Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
Accio.
That's it! Be sharp. That is how it's done. Quite impressive.
Here we go.
There we go.
Accio.
Excellent control there. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. Phew.
Accio.
Splendid!
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Well done.
Here we go.
There we go.
Accio.
Happens to the best of us. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Ah, I think Professor Ronan... Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
Revelio.
If you're so inclined.
After my brother.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak?
I did. I trust.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in.
Of course, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you... Expect to hear from me soon regarding a...
Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student... Hope your first day's going well. You said...
I've been fortunate.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't. I find the girls to be messier than so.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travel.
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details.
That's correct, Professor.
Regardless, you must continue to build. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help.
Professor Ronan did?
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including...
Thank you, Professor.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but...
Can you tell me more?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. She'll keep you well.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associate. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend... No time to waste. The sooner you complete your...
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me.
Why must I first
No lesson or lecture can compare to such experience.
I'll start on the task right... Revelio. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Levioso!
Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't...
I completed the assignment.
Marvelous. Let us give the old man... Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too
Reparo.
accurate and lashed out.
Revelio.
At least one will be good at charms.
Hello. Looking for me?
I hadn't met any of my cousins until I came to Hogwarts. All of my siblings to finish at Hogwarts.
Accio. Leviosa. Revelio.
My older sister taught me everything I need to know about Hogwarts before I stepped foot.
Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you must be eager to have...
I've been looking forward.
Good. Shall we set off? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes, I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect.
nothing worse than students practicing.
Revelio.
I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective
Revelio.
when your mother was the one who elected that you take it.
Protego! Lumos.
Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas.
Revelio.
That's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow.
Revelio.
Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making.
Revelio.
Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Prance, Hoof, and Sugarfoot.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think they're calling it
Revelio.
only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be done outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Revelio. Accio.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Revelio? Really?
Yes. I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect. I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient ruins. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas. But that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much.
Revelio.
It has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest, hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought. I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the castle walls. How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland, but it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit.
If I had to pick one...
Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Revelio.
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say, I have never seen him in such a state.
Accio!
Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like.
Revelio!
Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you. Hogsmeade, here I come. Accio!
I And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every week.
Revelio.
I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need.
Magic. Almost makes me feel a bit guilty.
Revelio.
Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and...
A new wand?
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.
An inquiring mind.
Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Reparo. Protego. Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be I take it you've had a conjuring.
I'm afraid I haven't yet.
Ah, but you will soon enough. Of course, it is not without complexity. Stay the course.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr.
And I, too. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful but I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. A potting table and a potion.
I believe so, sir.
Good. Let's look at what we have, shall we? Nothing like finding just... If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Revelio.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it. How intriguing. Curious indeed. 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 What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Revelio. Protego. Revelio.
I wish I'd paid more attention.
Protego. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm saying.
Revelio.
Never know. Still unrest. I don't see why everyone has their wanderings.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Youngest of Woodcock, certainly.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Though I don't believe I've seen...
It's my first time in...
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always... How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley, sir.
You're the student, she said. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making?
Potions, really?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as As it's your first time in, I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new. But for now, what can I do for you today? A wise decision. Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Counting money.
What did you think, Buddha?
My father...
Revelio. 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 Accio. Revelio.
Well, hello there. Oh, hello there. Please, come in.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new fifth. Merlin's beard.
Not at all.
Well, bravo. No, name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm in.
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything. But what say we get you a... Let me guess. You're after something fresh. Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Natty.
No one can say I don't keep it.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
If something threatens me, first thing I can.
Revelio. 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 Ah, I have everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favorite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today is the day I finally pick one.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
weakening him at all.
Keep at it! We have to wear him down!
Arrest momentum! Leviosa!
Expedia.
What was that?
I was trying to beat him at his own game.
I like it! Do more!
Took him long enough.
We need to make sure he stays that way!
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Reparo. Oh, hello there. A moment if you would.
I will see what he wants.
Revelio. Reparo.
One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about.
Reparo. Revelio.
We were just talking about you.
Hello, sir. I don't believe...
Allow me to introduce myself. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those...
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes. In thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's...
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. Shall we head to the Three Brews?
Sounds like a good idea.
Wonderful. Just
Revelio. I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to use my shop at your...
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the Three Broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The Three Broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
I am certainly glad Sirona was...
And that she isn't intimidated by
I want to understand what's going on. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if...
Revelio.
There are a few students here I'd like to send a howler to.
My sister will be home for the holidays this year. Hope she's bought me a new beater's bat. We're bound to have Quidditch next year.
My older brothers were all sorted into Ravenclaw. They're terribly accomplished now. I'll never be able to live up to their achievements.
I miss playing gobstones on the kitchen floor with my cousins. Not the same here in the courtyard.
My family...
Revelio.
Revelio.
What? There's just something in there. I just know it.
Revelio. 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 Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. What about the attack? Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark...
Goblin silver! Ranrock used it to control the dragon.
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with...
Ranrock was in Hog...
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark...
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock...
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the
They're after the locket.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription when I read it. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something. I appreciate your enthusiasm. If our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miri... I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit, before we...
But, sir, how dangerous could the library be?
Perhaps we are only after a book. But once you've honed your defensive... I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Perhaps I'll come back to this. I don't think I'm ready for this just yet. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Sad predicament.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak.
Everyone hates you.
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports, I wanted to make some new friends, and so I bought my gobstone collection, that is. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game.
I haven't much interest.
Only if you lose, which... people can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over. Imelda is one of the worst losers. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in...
Sounds as if you caused the smelly...
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how... I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone...
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that...
Haven't you any friends?
Not really. Natty.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Reparo. Leviosa. Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
On another adventure.
Revelio. Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio! Accio! Just one more gobstone. Revelio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
I'm afraid I've decided to keep them.
What?
I'm only...
Oh, thank... Now that I have all my gobstones back...
That's a horrible...
Why not? Gobstone... Very well, off I go.